Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Got Council. How are we all? Hopefully, all of you having a good Tuesday, wherever you are around the world, and welcome back to yet another post-match. It's a match preview. Every single time I get this wrong, but how are we, chat? Hopefully, everyone is good and all well. As you can see, I'm not alone tonight. I have a stranger with me. Hello, but I am joined, of course, by Ricky. Rick, how are we? Hope you're doing well.
Yeah, I'm not bad, mate. Not bad. Been a while since I've done one of these, so yeah, thanks for having me on.
I know you had to dust off all the cobwebs and everything else in that in your room.
Shit, had to dig it all out the loft, the camera, the mic, and everything. So
that,
yeah,
that definitely didn't get traded into CX. Wait, what?
yeah.
But big up everyone as well. Of course, hopefully everyone is all good and all well. Apologies, we are a bit early. Of course, it is the Champions League night, which again, everybody's going to be watching Man City, Real Madrid, aren't they? Anyway, but again, let me know how all of you are, of course. Anyways, the Merseyside derby, it's the game where realistically none of us like, even though, again, I think all of us have predicted us to batter the Ev, which, again, never tends to happen in recent memory, at least anyway, because, of course, Liverpool's last win at Goodison was back in 2021 when I think we battered them 4-1, which again, hopefully that'll be the same scoreline tomorrow evening anyway. But evening, Cal, as well, saying hello, Rick, Ricky, Slot, and Con as well. Hello, chat Kendo. Wow, what is this? Hey, look, I bring back the stars. Why not anyway? And hello, Rye, as well, saying yes, boys, as well anyway. But we are going to kickstart the show, not talking about the Merseyside derby, of course. Obviously, there has been news concerning, again, Darwin Núñez. We spoke about him yesterday. Of course, I've got Ricky on here, so we can talk a little bit about him anyway. But we're going to talk about Darwin Núñez to begin with. Of course, obviously the news from Fabrizio Romano coming out suggesting that, of course, there was bids rejected in January for him, saying that Al Nassr had made two bids for Darwin Núñez in January. Financial agreement was very close between all parties involved. Then Liverpool rejected, obviously, no replacement, no plans to overpay in the January transfer window. And Rick, when you first of all saw the news, I think all of us probably throughout the January transfer window was, expecting Liverpool to do some sort of business. But the fact that there was a £75 million Euro bid for Darwin and it was almost agreed, are you shocked by that, or do you think it's Liverpool should have bit the Saudi hands off and run away with it?
I would have took it, but obviously the person they want weren't available in January. We all know who the person they're looking at is, and obviously weren't attainable in January. But listen, people were saying we weren't going to get 30 million back for Darwin Núñez, and we're getting more or less our money back for him. But obviously that money's going to still be there in the summer. There's probably like a gentleman's agreement between the two clubs that if you come back in the summer for him and bid this, because obviously the prices were nearly met in January. So if you come back with the same sort of offer in the summer and they can have him, we can.
Yeah, yeah, I've just seen it. But no, like I would agree. I think obviously with Darwin, it's the player that we currently got at the moment. I think is not the player that we all thought he would be in the end. Considering I think a lot of optimism was put on Darwin, especially I think last season and kind of like the start that he did have last year, and he hasn't really kicked on from that. But I think if Liverpool can somehow get 75 million euros for him, which would be around just under 70 million pounds, like that would be again an absolute brilliant bit of business from Liverpool if we could do that. And of course, I know a lot of people have straight away put it out there that Liverpool should 100% do this type of deal and go after, of course, an Alexander Isak, who, again, if you're an Arsenal fan today, I've seen loads of Arsenal fans crying about Jamie Carragher saying that Isak shouldn't be anywhere near Arsenal's list, which again, that's a whole different topic anyway. But saying, can we get Ricky a cap anyway? The only reason why I've got this on is because friggin' I haven't taken it off since coming back home.
Who's Jack? I ain't spoke to Jack in ages. Where's he
I
been
know.
hiding?
I know, right? Used to be somebody that we knew. Now's disappeared into the world of unknown. Ricky looks sharp. Connor looks like Connor. But, thank you very much, Roy. I look absolutely amazing. Don't know what are you talking about? We have English Sisu if they want him as well. Hey, look,
Oh yeah, now I get who he's all about.
yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not going to say much about that anyway, but it took you a while then to realize
yeah,
who he's
yeah.
gone on about. But Jesus Christ, wouldn't get £7 for him, let alone 70 million. Don't think I don't think Nunes fits this league. Too many defensive teams for him to be a Liverpool player. He's a good at a team lower down in the league where teams above them have space in behind. Yeah, absolutely. Hello, Ozan, as well. Hope you're doing well. My favourite left back, Jack, as well. Yeah, Jack Robinson. I think that's who we're talking about, of course. Former player of Hull. Um, hello, Luke. What phase is Ricky in? Phase 4, like I said earlier on. Calm down, Gertie, lad, with your one hit wonder. Jesus Christ.
He's the one hit wonder. Mac,
uh, absolute
you're
me.
too busy to be typing. Get back to work, mate.
To be fair, we're seeing McKendall now at what's the time? Nearly 20 past 7. Mac will be hibernating now by 7:30, trying to do 7 different things at once. Anyway, so again, hopefully everyone is all good anyway. But let's of course move on to the Merseyside derby. Rick, it is a huge game. The fact that Liverpool can go 9 points clear at the top of the Premier League table, I think. When the game was originally scheduled, Liverpool were in a bit of a dip of form. Of course, obviously the weather, cancelling the game off. But tomorrow is such a huge occasion, isn't it? If Liverpool get the 3 points, where would that rank then for you to go on for Liverpool to win the title?
I think if we beat them tomorrow, I think we win the league. I think 9 points would be. It's technically 10 with the goal difference if we win tomorrow. It'd be massive if we beat. We should be beating them quite comfortably. I know we haven't beat Everton at Goodison in a while, and it tends to be a boring game when it's at Goodison. By last season, when they absolutely slapped us. But I expect to under Slot, it's different type of football. I expect us to go there, play them off the park, pass them off the park, and I think we just have to get through the first 20, 25 minutes, pick up the 3 points after. Obviously, it's going to be a bit of a hostile crowd at the start. But let's be honest, they're poor. But I do like one of their players. I think he could be very good for them. Is it their Ndai up front on the wing, whatever his name is?
Yeah.
He's a talent. If they could keep him and build around under the new owners, the new stadium, they've got David Moyes back. I mean, they say never go back, but.
Well, they've been miles better, I think, since he's been back. But just looking at it now, we've won twice there since 2016. Like, that is a poor record when you look at it.
But that was Klopp type football where everything was high intensity, 90 minutes running up and down. There weren't much tactical football going on. Slot will, I think, out tactic Moyes. If the game ain't going to plan, I think we've got option B, option C this time instead of just Klopp football where it's just one option, and if it ain't working, it's pretty much done. But yeah, I think obviously the result on Sunday, we took all the best players out, and as much as ITV tried to make it out as if it was a massive giant killing that they were beating the team that were top of the Prem, top of the Champions League league phase. But I just think now these players are back. People saying, "Oh, we need to put a performance in tomorrow to show that it was worth it on Sunday." I don't think we do. Listen, if you offered me a point, I'll take a point tomorrow. A point away at Goodison, we'll do that. Puts us 7 points, technically 8 clear. I'll take that going into the busy schedule we've got. Then we've got Wolves after, obviously. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting game, and hopefully the day goes quick tomorrow and we can just get into the game started.
Yeah, absolutely. And just taking a look now at Liverpool's next five fixtures, and like you said, and it's a question for the chat as well. Would a point tomorrow be, a bad thing for Liverpool tomorrow? Because, like you said, we'd be 7 points clear at the top, eight technically on goal difference. But looking at our next couple of fixtures, Wolves on the weekend, Villa away, Man City away, then Newcastle at home. Like they are, I think the next five league games, including tomorrow night, I think will determine whether or not Liverpool win the league. I think if you got a victory against Everton, obviously Wolves, I think everybody expects Liverpool to beat Wolves.
Mm,
But then if you went away then to Villa Park and beat Aston Villa as well, considering again the team that they are, they're challenging for Europe this season. They're already through to the Europa League, the Champions League, sorry, knockout stages. If you were to do that, I know City is City, but you've even put yourself in that mindset of, again, if Liverpool go away to Everton, away to Aston Villa, and get 9 points out of nine out the next three games, I think that's massive, for the title race.
mm. Yeah, I
But
mean,
well,
you've obviously got them games. I think we come out of them games with say 13 points out of 15.
mm,
Arsenal have obviously got Leicester this weekend, which will probably be a 3 points for them. They've then got Forest away, um, which
mm.
won't be easy for them. Obviously, we
Well, we
drew
we,
there.
we, we we say Leicester's an easy 3 points. It's a half 12. Like we've seen throughout the years how bad those types of games have been, where half 12 has been a killer at times. And, and I don't know about you, Rick, seeing that Bukayo Saka injury, like that, again, he could be out for the rest of the season. If anybody has seen the photo of his scar, it looks horrific. When Ox come back from his knee injury, we thought that looked bad.
Mm.
Bukayo Saka's hamstring injury, it looks, I think, worse than I think everybody thought.
Yeah, obviously there's been pictures of Saka's scar on the back of his hamstring. Um, you, knowing Arteta, will probably bring him back in the middle of March. But there's talk about him coming back in April. Um, the league could be wrapped up by then,
Mm.
if we're being realistic. Um, like Arsenal have still got to come to Anfield, so whatever happens in these next 5 games, they've still got to come and beat us at Anfield. Um, but you just got to look forward to it. You can't get stressed out over the results, over the fixtures that are coming, because it is what it is. We've only lost one league game this season, which was Forest.
Yeah.
Slot knows what he needs to do. Players know what they need to do. But it just seems like today with the Nunes stuff coming out and potentially the Diaz stuff, that everything comes out a day before we play a game. Didn't it come out a day before we played? Who was it? Was it Bournemouth? There was some
Yeah.
stuff that come out before that as well. There's now stuff come out about Nunes the night before we go to Goodison, which is obviously is what it is, but all part and parcel of the game. But it's just distracting. The contract stuff still ain't sorted out. We're going into the middle of Feb nearly, and then three ain't sorted. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens.
I think that becomes more worrying though, where I think especially me and you, we've said off camera that the longer it goes on, the more likely they are to leave. I know obviously everybody's got their own opinion with the news and that, but I think at the minute everything. I think Arne Slot's done tremendous in terms of, again, all the outside noise and everything, the contracts, people going. I think Arne Slot's done very well in separating that this season. When we're looking at, again, Liverpool on the pitch compared to off the pitch. I think he'll be even frustrated as well with how long it's taken with the contracts and how everything's planned out. But I think he's done a really, really good job in terms of, again, everything is focused on the pitch. He's determined to win the league title. And I think now there is this belief where I think, Liverpool players will know that they're in a title race, or like, favourites for the title. Of course they will. But I think not one of them are taking it like, oh, even though if Liverpool win tomorrow, they got 9 points clear. I don't think one of them are going, oh yeah, the league's done. We can play now at average and still go on to win the league. Because I think for many of us, Liverpool haven't been perfect throughout the season, but somehow Liverpool find themselves nearly 9 points clear at the top of the league. Which again, if Liverpool were fully firing, I think we'd be miles gone by now. And we could say, Liverpool could be 12, 15 points ahead, if certain other games had gone our way for sure. Anyway, but of course, let us know your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. Ricky has copied Slot's hairstyle, as always, but working for his £2 an hour, for God's sake, right? They're going to be in a compact low block. Yeah, of course, it's Everton. David Moyes, we've been there before, certainly against Everton, but, certainly, over the last couple of seasons against West Ham, we've seen that it's been a tough game against David Moyes' sides anyway. But Carl's gone Liverpool, Everton 1, Liverpool 2. Ozan's gone Arsenal have Leicester next. I wouldn't be satisfied with 1 point, says Ozan. As well, I don't think the Leicester game is as clear cut as it is.
Well, Havertz injured now, apparently.
Is he?
Yeah, Adam's just put a message in the group saying Havertz is injured now.
Jesus. How can you get injured in warm weather training? Is that a thing? But oh well. Arsenal v Leicester is guaranteed 3 points for them, says Ozan. Rai says, my head predicted a 2-1 Liverpool. We won't make it easy for you, but my heart tells me we're gonna win 2-0 again.
Was it 2-0? I thought it was 3.
No, it was 2. I think they scored an offside goal, wasn't it? Maybe they might have done anyway. But even still, like last season, that was horrific last season.
Yeah, didn't Liverpool's future centre half score against us last season? Good listen.
Who's that?
Bramthwaite, wasn't it?
Oh, for God's sake.
Matos knows.
Yeah, no, he did. I can't remember who scored. I don't know, it was Calvert-Lewin, wasn't it?
Calvert-Lewin scored the first one.
Yeah, he turned into Primal 9 for just a random game. And then, it was 100% that. Jesus Christ. It had to be him. Of course, it had to be him. Mikel Arteta, this manager. Jesus Christ. Trophies, Dodgers will be crying after full time. Yeah, absolutely. Chat, we're live. Are you now? Are you live or... are you live on Anfield Index, McKindo? Let us know in the comments. But hi everyone, how are we doing? Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Everton v Liverpool, all going. Thanks, good to see you in the chat. Arsenal still have to go to Forest, Man United, Liverpool, and Everton still have to play Chelsea and Newcastle as well. Loss, not in Forest. Yeah, to be fair, just in the Premier League, we've already lost against Forest, which, to be fair, now looking at it now, wasn't a bad thing at a certain time. But that Nunes interview is mad. If you're on about the one with the money one,
him and Diaz?
Yeah, that was funny. I'm not gonna lie, but I think that's just a clear indicator. He is gonna go to
him and
Saudi.
Diaz
To the same team, or we talking different teams?
I don't know. Okay. I think both teams. I think they get rid of Mane.
From Al Nassr.
Yeah, I think they get rid of Mane.
But do they need Darwin Nunes though? Because they've just signed John Duran.
The Saudis don't need no one, but they don't care.
Yeah, of course, but
if they slap 150 mil on the table for him and Diaz, there's your Alexander Isaac money right there. Bosh, go to St James's Park, dash it on the desk.
It's not going to be easy to get Isaac out of Newcastle, especially if they get Champions League football.
They won't get Champions League football. It'll be easy to get him because they have a year left on his deal.
You don't think Newcastle are going to get Champions League football this year?
No.
Don't you?
No.
Even though 5th spot's a Champions League spot?
It's not guaranteed.
It's 99% guaranteed at this point.
We said that last season. It weren't. We didn't get it, did we? I can tell you
because the Italian teams ended up getting it.
Shall I tell you who the top 5 will be?
Let me guess. You're probably going to say Liverpool, Arsenal, Forest, City, and Chelsea.
I think Chelsea beat Newcastle to Champions League.
Do you actually?
Yeah.
Wow. To be fair, I did say a couple of months ago I did think Chelsea may have been our two closest title rivals.
Newcastle are going to look at the League Cup final. They're going to start. They haven't got a big squad, Newcastle, and obviously the League Cup final is going to be in and around games in the Premier League. They can't afford to go gung ho in the Premier League to try and get top 4, top 5, whatever you want to call it. They'll rest on certain players, and they'll get caught out in the league because they're resting for the League Cup. But I'd love nothing more. Like, I hate Chelsea. More than Newcastle missing Champions League banner in it.
Yeah, well, I think for Chelsea fans it'd be nice if Mr. Chippy Chips actually shows up for once, maybe. Because at the minute, Cole Palmer, I don't care what anybody says, Cole Palmer's absolutely flopping at the minute. Been awful for the last couple of games. Like watching him against City, non-existent, and even against Brighton. I know he scored that goal. That if the goalkeeper actually did his job properly, not to quote Roy Keane or whatever, but if he actually did something proper, that wouldn't have been a goal. Apart from that, Cole Palmer did nothing in the game against Brighton. But look, that's just my opinion. But Rice says a team like City having a striker. The stinker. Sorry, there's words blending into one. A stinker helps massively. Arsenal fans just assume they're title contenders, but they don't seem to have the minerals. Yeah, well, the thing is, like, if City were competing, would Arsenal be second right now? If they had Rodri, would City if City had Rodri right now? Would they be top or would they be, just below us? I think they'd be just below us. I think this City side has dropped off a little bit, but I also think like it wouldn't be so cut and dry. The fact that City lost what was it, 9 games in a row or wherever, and if they had beat Arsenal the other week, they would have been 3 points off of them. I think that's mad considering how bad they've been this season. In particular, obviously they're not now because obviously Arsenal beat them as well. But Everton got an early pen. Yeah, it's brilliant. Ryan says if Ricky can admit Branthwaite is better than Konza after telling me he wasn't, I'll admit Branthwaite could end up at Liverpool.
Mate, listen, I don't like to beat players up, but Konza, yeah, he's not. Whoa! I don't think Kwanzaa will potentially be at Liverpool next season.
No, I think he'll be on loan.
I don't think he's good enough.
I don't think he'll be sold. I just think he'll be on loan.
It depends what Gomez. If Gomez stays, Kwanzaa goes.
I think it just depends on the signings as well, because if Konza goes, you surely then sign a minimum of 2 centre backs, then, right?
I think. Do you know what? Yeah, like we all know my views on FSG, right?
Oh Christ, here we go.
But I do think this summer we do spend.
Oh,
listen, you can't spend 10 mil last summer and not spend this summer.
So we said this before.
It's happening. There were a striker. So this is who I think will be out: Diaz, Nunes. I'm 50-50 on Jota. Endo will be gone. Joe Gomez will be gone.
Wait there, sorry, Ozan. Ricky is true. That is the downfall of Konza style with the OnlyFans model. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Go on, the boy, in the DMs. Who else? So that's 5, I think, are gone. Keller is gone. So you're looking at over 100 million sales already there for 6 players that we're going to let go.
I think we could get over 100 mil just for 2. I think.
Yeah, Diaz and Nunes will bring you in over 100 mil combined. So you've got that money coming in. You've then got the money we never spent last season. We've got the Caicedo money somewhere.
That was the 100 mil that we're going to make from Diaz and Nunes.
Yeah, so I think we bring in a striker, a left back, / centre back.
Hato.
I think Hato comes in. The striker, I want Isaac. It's not unrealistic either. That if we're a big boy team, if we've got big boy ambitions, if John Henry's got like what they smoking over there at the Emirates, we need that John Henry back to come out in the summer and open that dusty wallet of his. We then need, depending what Trent. I think Trent goes. Personally, I think he's the only one that goes out the three. So you obviously got to bring another right back in, which, from what I've seen and heard, it looks like it would be Timber from Leverkusen. They're looking at to come in.
Timber?
Sorry, not Timber. Frimpong.
Oh, okay.
Frimpong from Leverkusen. But I do think Bradley will be given a chance to slot in at number one. But listen, it's win the league. I'm not fussed about the summer or the transfers yet. We've got a league title to win. And I've got Arsenal fans to wind up on social media still, like I'm doing every day. I'll get a spare 10, 15 minutes of my day.
Could you imagine, though, if Liverpool ended up signing Isak, and then just the rage it would be, the fact Liverpool win a league title before them, potentially even win a Champions League. Obviously, we've won that 1 miles before them anyway, but, you know, the fact that Super Duper Mick...
Stay humble, innit? We sign Isaac is stay humble, innit?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Dibs, mate.
Oh, Jesus, that would be hilarious. To be fair, anyway. But again, let us know, of course, your guys' thoughts. Anyway, but big up John as well, saying, hi, Con. Thoughts on Jota starting up front tomorrow? We'll get into that in a minute. I think it'll be Nunes tomorrow as well. To be fair, but Nunes himself said he wants the bag. To be fair, the fact that Darwin Nunes could speak English was a really good sign, more than anything. To be fair, but Abdul says, will FSG invest into the squad into summer 2025?
Won't need to. They won't need to. The money from sales will cover the window.
City have started 5 centre. No, they haven't.
Yeah, they're probably gone Stones, Ake, Akanji.
Wait there, I need to double check this.
Garvadal.
Come on, SofaScore. No, if anybody cares, PSG won 3-0 as well. But oh no, they're playing John Stones in DM. But yeah, they have.
Yeah, Mattox, if you're still here, mate, go look at Neil Morpay's Twitter.
Oh, bloody hell. That'll be funny. Abdul says, I'm upset with the FA Cup loss, but Plymouth 1-0. I think you mean hardly a pen. It was 100% a penalty. We can't argue against that at all. Rai says, I think they'd be just below you, but the gap wouldn't be potentially 9. It maybe be more like 3 or 4 if City hadn't stunk the gaff out. Then Hughes would also have to step it up as well. Yeah, absolutely. Already read that one from Ozan. Liverpool wouldn't not score against Plymouth. Abdul really definitely didn't see that as well. Let me quickly scroll down. Ryan says, you bring 100 million on and spend 20 mil waste the Caicedo money. FSG as well. Jesus Christ, could you imagine? The outrage in the summer. Like, again, I don't think people really realise how bad it's going to get, I think, if one of them leave in terms of the contracts. If Liverpool don't reinvest money and don't bring in the players, and we're on a slot talking about like how... we missed opportunities to sign people, this, that, and the other. Like, you kind of look at it then and go, oh, Jesus Christ, it's going to be awful in that sense anyway. But to answer your question, Abdul, Ricky doesn't. Ricky's never rated Luis Diaz. I kind of do, but he needs to step up in many ways. But Henry wants yachts first. Got one for him. Send him back to the USA. Bloody hell. Luke says, has Ricky done his prediction 1-0 Everton? Dwight McNeil, no, absolutely not. Neil Maupay has gone from talking about Everton to post goals. Yeah, Jesus Christ. Has he actually done it?
Yeah, he tweeted it. He goes, I'm surprised Paul Scholes can keep my name out of his mouth with his daughter's toes in there as well.
Jesus Christ, man. Jesus.
You know?
Bloody hell. And more tweets. He's absolutely superb. Shame it isn't him that runs his. Isn't it actually? Like, that's
Got to
not
be in
actually
it.
him.
It must be in that runs these socials.
Jesus. Just some fella in Huddersfield friggin' with his Twitter account. Jesus Christ, that would be horrific. With that anyway. But going back to the game then, Rick, what would your starting 11 be for tomorrow?
Ali, Bradley, Van Dijk, Konate, Robbo, Gravenberch, McAllister, Szoboszlai, Salah, Nunes, Gakpo.
That would be mine. I think that the big thing is obviously Trent did train again today.
Yeah.
But I think Slot might maybe use Trent kind of like if things are going wrong, you could easily bring on Trent to try and break things down for Liverpool anyway. But I would agree with our starting 11. I think the only one potentially you could maybe talk about is maybe the front line. You know, maybe Jota for
Not after
Darwin,
that performance on Sunday.
Yeah, it wasn't great, was it? Realistically, but I think again you have to. I think Jota. I think for this season in particular, and I think even going on for the future as well. I think he's kind of that impact player now for Liverpool. Like we've talked about Harvey Elliott, where Harvey comes off the bench, makes an impact in the game on like the 75th minute onwards. I think Jota is that now, where he's by far the best. He's the best finisher at the club, like 100%. But I think in terms of starting from minute 1 to minute 90, I don't think he can do that anymore.
No, that's why I think he might stay in the summer unless an offer comes in which is too good to turn down. I think he might stay and be back up for whoever comes in. So.
Yeah, 100%. And what would you go for score prediction? I don't say 1-0 Everton.
1-0 Everton, 90th minute pen. I'm joking. I think we beat them 2-0. I'm going to go.
2-0, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh.
Conor Bradley's going to snap that and die in half in about 2 minutes.
Yeah, it's just because they prefer.
Yeah, it'd be the hat trick, wouldn't it? It'd be Bradley's hat trick. He done Mbappe, he done Son. For Spurs, and he'll do in day.
Well, hopefully he does. Bentancur, not Bentancur, fucking Decore and Beto. Jesus Christ, absolutely not. Right, but
Everton's team, you reckon it will be?
I'm gonna go. Oh, for God's sake, Kirkland Finnan. That is prime. What was it? FIFA 04?
No. Luke, you're about nearly my age. Luke, remember that Hippie on-show partnership with Finnan is Pro Evo early doors. It's got to be Pro Evo 2 or 3.
Pro Evo 5 is the best Pro Evo. Barclays, man, Jesus Christ. Who is the most Barclays, Liverpool, and Everton player going? Everton, Stephen Pienaar, no?
Yeah, it's got to be in it. He was
Stephen Pienaar, Leighton Baines.
Coleman.
Oh, I don't know about Coleman.
Coleman was around with Baines, wasn't he?
Yeah, but like him, Baines, yeah, maybe. I think for Liverpool, like prime Andy Carroll. Oh, Jesus Christ. Morales to Barkley to Lukaku. Yeah, that could be absolute. War is this statement. Beto is the second coming of R9, though. War on your ultimate team. Like, what are we talking about here? Natacore Beto was the second comment to the team that was a start for us as well. Oh, all right, there we go. That's right, over there. Anyway,
he's got to be prime Barclays as well, though, isn't it? Garner Gay, in it for fucking Everton. He's been around. Like, he left to go PSG, come back. Yeah, look at the Everton teams. Leon Osman. Yeah, Leon Osman. That's prime Barclays as well, isn't it?
Who was the striker for Everton? Was it Janovic? Was it Janovic?
Oh yeah, I know you're on about.
Yeah, like I think his name was Janovic. I can't remember. but like I just remember like when I picture,
That's it, Jelic.
yeah, what I picture him in the FA Cup, like against playing against Liverpool. Like for some reason, it just always hits in different ways. But like, remember as a kid being, was it in 2008 where we played Everton in the replay, and then ITV went off air like an extra time, and everyone's like, "What the fuck just happened?" But yeah, that was horrific that day. One touch finish, one of the best 6 month period of the Barclays I've ever seen. Tony Hibbert, yeah, didn't mention that. Andy Carroll 2-1 Everton as well. No, prime Barclays is Luis Suarez diving in front of David Moyes. Yeah, oh, what a time. Obviously, that was back in the era where Liverpool were shite, but still, like
who was managing Rodgers?
Rodgers, yeah. Like the fact that I can't remember in the 13-14 season, were we beating Everton 3-1, and then we drew 3-3.
Is that the one where he dived?
No, it was the season before that was, because it was the Warrior kit with a collar that he dove in.
Is that the one with the yellow one? Because I'll just remember John Joe Shelby in that kit.
Jesus. The dive was the 3-3, was it?
Yeah,
I thought it was the one before.
Yeah. We were I'm sure we were 2-0 up.
I thought it was the other one. Unless my memory is just going.
Yeah, no, we were 2-0 up and we drew the game because I remember being on the train going somewhere and I'll just see like the meltdown about Suarez diving in front of David Moyes.
Jesus. I signed him in January, was unbelievable, and then went downhill next season as well. Suarez scored 2 late equaliser from Daniel Sturridge. All right, there we go. But it was buddy, I can't read all that.
Yeah, that was it. The two ones when he dived in front of
the 13-14 season. I can only remember Suarez's free kick that just went around the wall and beat Tim Howard, because we battered them at home. I think we battered them 4-0. I think it was.
Yeah, wasn't that the one where Lucas had that shot and Klopp? Oh no, that was Klopp.
No, that was the year after.
Yeah, Klopp was laughing when Lucas had that shot from range.
What a time to feel like that was. Anyway, but no, look, I'm gonna go 2-1 Liverpool. It's gonna be close. But yeah, I'm gonna go 2-1 Liverpool. Yeah. Oh yeah, 12-13.
Yeah, we were. I remember. Yeah, because I remember being 2-0 up and Suarez dived in front of Moyes, and then they come back.
It's just the fact that we should have beat Everton more times. It's just frustrating. To be fair, but if we're going to go on history, the game's going to end up being a draw based on history. But
what was the year when did they win the game at Anfield when they smashed one like near the end of the game? Who was it who smashed one from outside the penalty area? Jagielka, was it? Is it Jagielka? Mattox, who was it?
Yeah. What at Anfield?
Yeah, Anfield just smashed one past him.
Yeah, Jagielka. It was in the. It was that 14-15 season.
Yeah,
1-1.
Oh, 1-0 was it? Oh yeah. They scored late, and he just. I remember being at work, and he just smashed one.
Gerrard went in with a free kick. We were awful that day, and Gerrard fucking got the yeah. So Luke said there, Gerrard's got a free kick. And like just seeing Mignolet in that purple goalkeeper kit. Oh Jesus!
We have took some batterings at Goodison. Do you remember when? What was it? Is it Gravison or the other bold geezer that hit one and away from home? It was 2-0. I'm sure the game was 2-0. We lost. Was Kirkland in goal? Rainer was in goal for that game. That wasn't the one where he tried to throw it on Andy Johnson's head. Lee Carsley, that's it. Lee Carsley hit one from outside the area. Was that the one with Andy Johnson?
Lee
Carsley. When he threw the ball at his head?
It might have been.
Because that was at Goodison as well, wasn't it?
When have ever beat us at our best?
Was we at our best last time?
I don't think we was when we played them.
Arteta and Kay was scored. We were 3-0. That was it.
And
Pepe Reina tried to
he
tried to throw the ball outside on the goal line when it Reina flopped it. Yeah.
The fact when you actually look back at like Rafa's time at Liverpool, you look at the clean sheets Liverpool kept and the records that Liverpool set. You go, how on earth did Liverpool win a league title? You know, with the defensive, like Arsenal now are what we was back in like 2007 onwards.
That's
Like,
because Rafa wanted to fight Alex Ferguson every week.
yeah, true. That is true. KL was Everton's derby talisman. Yeah, absolutely. Again, from Millwall, isn't it? Really, that's where he got that from.
Yeah,
Was he at Millwall before?
yeah,
Yeah, I thought I was right with that. Excuse me. I remember Peter Crouch
yeah.
bent his run and took it round Nigel. I always remember. Was it Robbie Keane and Fernando Torres absolutely battering the Ev? It was like the fifth or sixth game of the season, like in 2008, where them two just battered them. We only won the game, I think, 2-0, but we should have won it like a lot
Yeah.
more.
Torres got both goals, didn't he?
Yeah, but like we battered them for 90 minutes. But I think, you know, even that game, I think even we rested Gerrard, I think, for a big period of that game as well. But Mikel says on Gerrard smashed them. Yeah, absolutely.
Was the game at Goodison when who was it? Phil Neville and Gerrard had 08 on the back. Oh, Gerrard had 08 on the back of his shirt.
Anfield, I
Was
think.
that at Anfield? Sure,
Yeah.
nah, 'cause he got sent off, Gerrard. I'm
Yeah, it was
sure
at
it was
Anfield.
Yeah.
I think it was anyway.
Nah, it was at Goodison. He got sent off early doors, Gerrard. Early doors, and he had
I
that
think
08 on the back of his shirt.
I think it was at Anfield. Yeah.
Luke, you'll remember, where was it?
Yeah, Luke Lersnow, Prime Parkies man, Fellaini, yeah, Jesus Christ. To be fair, the fact that Fellaini went from a DM to a centre mid to then a striker, again, what just got to show, like, I don't think anybody knew his best position, but again, it was just a hair, wasn't it? Our Prime Barclaysman in the derby at Goodison Park was Dirk out, yeah,
Well,
2 pence.
I
Jared,
wasn't good, yeah.
yeah, Jared got sent off at Anfield, not Goodison.
I'm
Yeah, I
getting
thought
too
it
old.
was.
Lose my memory, mate.
Everton 41, Goodison wins. Liverpool, Goodison wins 41. The last dance is the decider. Yeah.
Can you imagine we win the league this season and we beat them at Goodison in the last ever Merseyside derby? That would
That'd be
hurt.
good. Well, to be fair, if they beat us, that's all you're going to hear is friggin' the fact that they beat us, and you know, when we win the league and this, that, and the other, and that'll be horrific. You know, if they end up doing that. Anyway, but look, I think we are going to leave it there for tonight, guys. Big thank you for everyone for tuning in. Of course, obviously, I think everyone will be watching the Champions League in a minute. But Mikel Arteta in 1995 again. So it's always good the fact that, you know, they haven't won a trophy since '95, and long may that continue as well.
30 years, man.
Yeah, in the new Tesco Extra Arena for next season. Anyway, Ryan's gonna love that. What me saying that? But no, look, if you have enjoyed tonight's episode, anyway, then please do hit the like button, hit the subscribe button as well. But Rick, thanks for coming on. I'll hopefully, you know, if we lose tomorrow, maybe we'll get you back on. You can have a little rant about the game anyway. But thanks for coming on as well. If you guys have enjoyed Rick on, of course, we will try and see if we can get him back on. Anyway, but Luke says Havertz is injured now. Yusuf sent at him the pink. You mean? I'll be looking at that in a minute anyway. But look, if you are new around here, of course, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and yeah, we'll see you tomorrow for the post-match reaction. And hopefully Liverpool beat the Ev. Anyway, but until then, we'll see you guys later. Ta-ra.